Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to, do an update about these two people, Blackpink Lisa and Frédéric Arnault. This was requested by a fan. So yeah, I was like, it's been a while since I done an update about the two of them. I don't know if there's still rumors about them or if people are still mentioning them or seeing them. But yeah, this is going to be a tarot reading dedicated to, their connection, if there's a connection. So yeah, let's see. I placed Frederick. I placed him on the left, and I placed Lisa on the right. And in the middle, we have like the outcome of this connection. So yeah, starting with Frederick, we have the Judgment. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. And then from Lisa's side, we have the Six of Cups, the Death card, and we have the Five of Swords. And the connection we have the King of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Moon, and we have the Justice. And the keyword in the card of the Justice, it says balance. So yeah, very interesting. Like a lot of a lot of things. It's very interesting because I'm like, you know, I don't know how long they had been in this connection or if they had been, but it feels like they do have history and, or maybe they went through a lot. And specifically now, I think that the feelings towards each other are like on the edge, like final. I don't know if there's one or this is mutual, that they are giving each other ultimatums. Like they are like, okay, if we continue, you have to change this, or you have to do this, or you have to work on this, or you have to give me this. Um, it seems like both of them are like probably like emotionally a bit on the edge, a bit tired, I would say. This is why I'm like, they must have been dealing with this for a very long time because, the cards are very, these are not cards that you get from someone that you just see every once in a while. This is like this is like an old couple's kind of arguments, like back and forth. It seems very, very heavy, very intense. From Frederick's side, with the Judgment, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, um, I think that he's very stubborn. Honestly, he has um, a view about Lisa. I think that he definitely admires her so much, and I see that maybe he wants to marry her or he wants to start a family with her. He wants to do everything with Lisa. With the Ten of Pentacles, it feels like, with you, I want to, my legacy, I want to share it with you. It's just that, with the Judgment, there's something about him, you know, the Judgment is literally like him, like somehow what he wants to accomplish with Lisa is not something that Lisa would easily agree to do. And he knows this. Somehow I think that what he wants, maybe the traditional life or the steps that he wants to take in this connection with Lisa, the commitment, the stability that he wants to build with Lisa. Somehow seeing her as this Queen of Wands, very strong, very independent. Um, I think that somehow he can get a bit judgmental around also Lisa's own legacy. Somehow I think that I don't know why I have the vibe that he would do maybe better with someone that doesn't have as much as him as recognition, I would say, or maybe fame, because he's like, I want to give you my all and I want to share my legacy with you. And she's like, but I have my own legacy. Somehow like Lisa being the owner of her own success or having her own success apart from him, it's like what you're offering me. It's like, thank you, but I already have mine, something like this. And I think that maybe the issue with him is that he's starting to realize maybe that all of these Ten of Pentacles, the opulence, the gifts, the all the things, the maybe material even things that he wants to give Lisa, Lisa already has it, or Lisa already had experienced this and will continue to experience this without him. So this can actually make him feel a bit resentful towards her, because with the judgment, it's like, yeah, I love you, but there's moments where I resent you because I know that you could have all of this without me. So he's sort of resentful that maybe he fell in love with a woman so like Lisa, so independent or so successful or so, like the Queen of Wands that she is, with this very vibrant energy, with this very addictive energy, with this very magnetic uh, energy, that he's like, I'm in love with her. I'm like, obsessed with her, or I'm like so head over heels for her, and this is why I love her so much, but at the same time I resent her from this because I know that she has her autonomy, she has her independency, or she doesn't need me. This is what I wanted to say, that maybe, for him, he may be having a potential partner that could be low profile, or someone that actually needs of him. I think that he wants to feel needed by Lisa, and somehow Lisa is like, I don't need anything of you. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine because I will not stop. The Queen of Wands is not going to be a trust wife, because she's not going to stop working. She's not going to stop doing what she wants to do because she's in a relationship with him. And maybe there's something about him wanting to settle down, wanting to have like a more traditional lifestyle, and she's like, no, I'm a star. So so yeah, I think that he has, with the judgment, there's something about him, maybe starting to open his eyes to this problem, to this, um, you know, this, like somehow it's not, there's not much, uh, coherence in his heart, in what he wants. Like, yeah, I want her, I love her, but somehow she's so against everything that I would expect to live, with the person that I love. So yeah. Um, and from Lisa's side, we have the Six of Cups, the Death card, and we have the Five of Swords. So I think that Lisa also is like in a very, in a period where she's also changing. Her feelings are changing. um there's something about her being like, in the past I used to have these feelings for you, or I used to feel a certain way for you, and now everything is changing, and now I'm getting more upset, I'm getting annoyed, I'm losing my patience, I'm maybe more reactive. We are having more arguments, like I'm calling you out on certain things that maybe in the past everything was so peaceful, or everything was so perfect. We emotionally, we connected, we understood each other, we were so generous with each other, we were so loving with each other. And now all of the sudden, because changes are happening also in her life, changes are like, I'm starting to get annoyed. I'm starting to get annoyed at you. I'm starting to also maybe, like her noticing that she's starting to get a bit aggressive, or maybe like not wanting to be controlled, or there's a lot of things that she's like, okay, yeah, we used to do this together, but now we won't because, I have other things to do, I have other plans. And her being a bit much more like straightforward about it, and even being a bit like hurtful about it, like being a bit aggressive at the way she communicates things to him. And also I think that she's also a bit like resentful towards him, because she's like, things are changing, my feelings are changing, it's not the same as before. So you have to understand this, that I'm changing, and I have my doubts, and I have my don'ts. There's something about Lisa having like non-negotiables. For her it's like, this I want to do. No, this I won't do. This I won't compromise. This no. This no. So it's a full of no's. For her, it's like it feels like there's like this. Um, like it seems like she's like like say no to everything that he proposes. So yeah, so I don't know, I don't see it peacefully at the moment. And then the connection, we have, this King of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the sun, the Moon card, and then we have Justice, that is its balance. Um, with this King of Wands, it could potentially be that someone new might appear, like a third party. Someone new may appear in that could get away, could get in the middle of this connection. Someone new. With this Queen of Wands, this could be a celebrity. This could be someone more like exposed, someone famous, someone more like with a strong personality, with a lot of charisma, someone that also is very outgoing, or is like an entertainer, is someone that is very passionate, is very honest, is very bold, but also someone that is in charge. So, I think that with the Ace of Cups, I don't know if this person wants to collaborate with Lisa, or they want, because I don't see it that it comes from Frédéric's side. I think that it comes from, maybe a collaboration with Lisa, or maybe, there's something here that is about to start. That this person actually is very loving, he's like very artistic, or he has a lot of ideas, and he's excited to be, maybe associated with Lisa, but at the same time, with the Moon card, there could be some jealousy, or there could be some suspicion from one of the parties, being like, oh, you're too close with that person, oh, you seem to, get along very fine with this person, or you seem to have a lot of fun with them. When I'm not around, you seem to like them more than you like me. So, with the Moon card, there could be some confusion. There could be some, jealousy, suspicion, like feeling suspicious of you. So this also is a sign that maybe, things are not that well at the moment, that they are not in the same page. And I think that from what I see from Lisa, Lisa is looking for a change. Lisa is looking for a transformation. She's looking for somehow a kind of reverse. Um, and she's not thinking about stability. She's actually thinking about, also like destroying, um, sort of questioning herself, like, what is stability? What is happiness? What is, um, you know, I think that she wants to, you know, there to do more things. She wants to explore more. She wants to expand more. And she has to have freedom to do that. This is why she's like, I cannot be what I was, or we cannot have the same dynamic. that they had before or in the past, because she's like with the Six of Cups and the Death card. It's like, things cannot be the way they used to be. I don't feel the same. Like I'm changing, I'm transmuting, I'm going through a rebirth, and somehow I'm starting to say no and pushing you away because, I'm trying to figure out what I don't want in my life. So she's feeling a bit combative, she's feeling a bit like annoyed. So, so yeah, but he definitely, when it comes to Frederick, I think that he definitely has her like on a pedestal, and maybe he's the one that, even though he knows that, yeah, she's a whole challenge for him, he probably looks at her and she's like, she is like my dream woman. She is the one that I want to marry, or she's the one that I want to share my future with. It's just that maybe Lisa is not, she's not thinking about the future now. Um, but yeah, then we have the justice, that it's this card of balance, and I think that somehow is very interesting, that we have this king of wands in here, that it could be a potential, I don't think that like a love interest, but this person maybe has a lot more in common with Lisa than Frederick. So somehow, this person, if this person gets stuck in the middle of it, he becomes like a sort of rival or something. Somehow I think that it's necessary for this person to appear, or somehow it's meant to be that someone will appear between these two, because there has to be balance. The justice is like, you guys have to organize yourselves. And somehow you haven't been able to find that the right balance in this connection between the two of you. So there has to come someone from the outside, or, an external force has to come between the two of you. So you guys can find a middle ground, or so you guys can find the balance, because they are lacking balance lately. They are like accusing each other, pointing fingers, but nothing moves, nothing is changing. Um, it's like there's a lot of ultimatums and everything, but they have been on this dynamic for a very long time. And it's like both of them have different plans, different vision, and it's getting a bit like annoying. It's not getting like, oh, there's love in here. No. So maybe, this person that comes here with this Ace of Cups is this opportunity for them, or one of them, to realize like, okay, I guess we have to change. We have to find a balance. We have to find a middle ground. We have to get into an agreement. We have to be much more responsible and organized about this dynamic that we have, because we are not happy and we are not going to achieve this happiness if we keep driving each other crazy or being stubborn. So, so yeah, I think that this person that comes, this King of Wands, is going to be important in the future. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable. Probably there's going to be rumors, but I think that he brings the uncertainty. He brings the suspicions. He brings the fear also, the fear of the unknown. But somehow they have to face this, and decide, okay, what do you guys want to do with this connection? Because it seems like it's going to be a never-ending battle if nothing happens, because um, either one of the parties don't get it, or the other one also doesn't let go. It's like, yeah, they are like, one of the parties is fed up of the other. Yeah, but you're still with the person. So, it's not clear what you want to do. So, so yeah, this is a very heavy dynamic that I think that this new person could appear to bring a bit of balance to this, because they have to reorganize themselves, their priorities, their feelings, um, and, maybe the future of this, what they're going to do. If there's real feelings, if there's real love, if love will survive, or if they will just end this, and yeah, and when I say end this, I mean end this for real, like not just like, oh, we are not together, but also maybe if they have like deals, or if they have, some, work related, contracts or something that they have to be together because of work, those also have to end. Like everything, because for these two, for Frederick and Lisa, it's all or nothing. So I think that if there's not an emotional bonding here, the connections, all like um, the work related, things would also end, would also stop. So yeah, yeah, you would know if they are not together if they are like literally apart from each other, or if they disappear of each other's life as if it never happened. That's when you will really be able to be like, okay, they are not together. But if from every once in a while you do see them not together, but if you do see one of them being in the other person's life or events, is because they are still together. So yeah, because they are very territorial in that sense. So it's all about presence. You have to, it's not necessarily that you have to see a picture or a video of them being in the same place. It's more like see if the other person is following the other around, or if they are at their event, or if they are at their workplace, or if one is in a country and the other one is in the same country. It's about that. They sort of mark their their possession like this, being in the same zone as you are. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for these two. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you're a fan of one of them, or the two of them, please give me your feedback in the comment section. Thank you so much for the recommendation, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.